right, looks like we're live. Comments. Okay. Michael. What's up, Michael? Alex, what's happening today? Got some records for sale or what?
Yeah, this record first coming up, and time to make some room in the shelves and make a little money.
Yeah. That was my feeling exactly. I don't know about you. I mean, it seems like you've been doing a little purchasing, but I have as well, but I've largely, I don't know, lately I don't know why, but for some reason I haven't been feeling the urge to buy things, which has been perfect because it's been a good way to just sort of siphon funds into this little budget that should be pretty full, I think, for October in New York.
Yeah, no, I've tried to show restraint, but there's been a handful of things that have been popping up lately, and so this is part of why I'm doing this too, because I've spent some of the money I wanted to save up. So
yeah, that's what I've been doing these odd jobs or a couple of adventures for Angry Mom going to Long Island. I think we have a third trip coming up, so that was all. I took any money I made from that and put that towards my FMU budget. So I don't know. They should be. I'm hoping to find some gems there. I should be able to grab them if we do. So yeah, Paul saying yeah. I show restraint until there's something that if I see it, if I feel like it's just not gonna be around, we have to go for it. So
yep.
Who else we have? Sherv is here somewhere. I didn't see Sherv, but I see.
Texted me. He's working today, so he'll be on and off.
I was just looking at Michael's comment here. French Final Addict. Thanks for tuning in. Before we start, since we'll get going. We only have a few people so far. Yesterday I went to an antique mall, like one of the best antique malls in the area. I found 2 records. I looked through a lot, but I found this for $3. Blind Lemon Jefferson on Milestone. A little mouse chew, but took that home. Listened to that this morning. Also listened to this. I found this yesterday. This Henry Cowell for $3. This was nice. Have you seen this one?
No, I wonder if there's alternate covers for that one. I've never seen that cover, or maybe not even that record. That CRI is so many interesting records.
The cover immediately. Obviously, I saw Kyle and I was interested, but just this cover just really had me. It made me think of Carm. We were just seeing a picture of Carm when he did that cat thread. It's like, it's a good shot. Anyway, and then this morning I played this Pharoah Sanders I was talking about. Box. I mean, I'm a huge fan of this record. I think, Alex, you were saying maybe you were sort of on the fence on. Is that right?
Yeah, and it's one of those that, having never actually played the record, like sat down to play it, only streamed it, I don't know. I may hop on it if I see it at a good price and just to experience it as it should be, and maybe it'll change my opinion. But yeah, I think the vocals kind of throw me off a little bit on that one.
Yeah, his vocals I like them, but they're a little warbly, I have to say the presentation of this box there's so much cool ephemera in here, and they highlight every musician who's on this, and there's a little story about everyone. There's a great interview with Pharoah, like just a few months before he died, and the mastering, I was seriously taken aback at how good it was, and I'm not someone that really focuses on that too much. So this is like $50. I actually think it's really worth it. And there's two second LP of 2 different versions of Harvest Time, which is the real sublime opening side long track. So I played this morning, and this Chris Swanson, I think I showed this at some point. I'm not sure. This was discussed a little bit lately.
Yeah, never come across that one. Be fun to find that one in the wild.
It's a local record here, so it's one of these that you see on the Badger label, Trumansburg, New York. Interestingly enough, the small village we moved to from Brooklyn 10 years ago, which was quite the shocker. But so I do see this a lot. So Alex, I'll think of you next time I see it. I played the Shipping News compilation. This is fantastic. Gets into a dub mold, and This Xenakis, I bought this like 6 months ago. This is a great one. I don't know. I'm sure you know it.
Oh yeah.
So I don't know. I think we got to throw that out there while waiting for people to come in. Looks like we do have some more.
Yeah, I got that Xenakis. I remember when I first moved out here, there used to be a record fair where I live now in Claremont because there's a bunch of colleges here.
Right.
They've canceled that fair now since COVID, and I've been every few months I text they're on Instagram to see if they're gonna revitalize this local record fair. But anyway, like 9-10 years ago, I went there. There was a vendor just gave me a huge deal on a bunch of modern classical stuff, and that was one of them. And yeah, it's a keeper.
Yeah, I found the second side to be just beautiful and less, in the Xenakis mold in a sense, and a little more restraint on it. But yeah, nice one. Here we go. Nathan, hello. Dave.
How many people?
Yeah, that's a nice one. We're up to 33 people, so I think we can get rolling. You want to go first? How about you go first? Guests go first.
All right, thank you. So I'll start with
I'll put your full screen here. 1 second. Solo.
Okay. I have a handful of jazz records, not a whole lot, just like 5. This is the only one that's a reissue. This is like the standard reissue from, I don't know, a few years back. I'm pretty sure it's not. I'm pretty sure it's like the first sort of, for one of the first official reissues. Pretty sure it's like a U.S. Pressing. But yeah, kind of tougher to find just like the single disc, copy that's not as, seems to be a lot more expensive for like the multi-disc. Yeah. So nice deal on this one. It's a clean copy. I put the cover of VG just because it has like a little bit of a weird like fold, like a crease here from production or something, but it looks pretty nice otherwise. So if anybody's interested in that, definitely No, it's not.
Now, who's the label exactly? Is it a Philly Jazz repress, or is it?
I believe so. And like I said, I mean, on Discogs, it looks like enough, put out by Philly Jazz. The matrix numbers look, legit and everything. It sounds good.
It's a great one. I have the newer sort of box edition similar to the Faro. I enjoy it. So.
Yeah, is that a 2 or 3 LP? I can't remember.
That is, I think it's I think they expanded it to a double, and then there's like a second record. So I think it's a 4 LP if I remember correctly. I have to pull it out, but I think you can still get that one too. I'm not totally, I haven't checked it, but.
Next we got this one I showed a while back. I think I found this in the wild. Really interesting record. I think it was originally for like a soundtrack for like some kind of Japanese like documentary or something. But yeah, Jack DeJohnette, Lester Bowie, of course, of ACM on the trumpet. But interesting because DeJohnette he's just playing like synths and with Lester Bowie. And yeah, definitely it's a US pressing on MCA 1986, but kind of a really tough one to find. And yeah, really clean copy here.
So DeJohnette, no drumming, just synths, huh?
I think so. Yeah, as far as I can tell. I don't know if he had a weird rig that he said it says the Seal DK600 synth. But yeah, really funky. Yeah, I mean, Mark, I'm willing to ship anywhere.
Same.
Honestly, I think Canada is about $20. Europe is about 25-ish. I mean, I think we've all shipped all over the place. So anyway, so 25 on that one. Again, a tougher one to find. And again, I know some of these, you want to check out some clips since they're a little lesser known, but hopefully this one's fairly well known. I know this one was at Superior Viaduct, just did a reissue on this one or a couple of years ago. This is a 1977 Alice original copy. Really clean, just marked it down because of the cutout, but hard to find these that are not cut out from back in the day. Pretty clean one. I think this one, who's on this one here? I think this one has a lot of the like traditional Indian instrumentation. Not a whole lot of other players as some of the impulse stuff, but yeah, really nice one from kind of the late period. I think one of the better ones of the late period.
Yeah, I don't have much of her. I don't have any of her Warner stuff actually. So one of these days.
I think it's a pretty good price. I know it's, I mean, like 5-6 years ago, they were not that hard to find, but they're getting a little bit tough to find clean. So, you got any jazz you want to show, Dom?
Yeah. Let's see. I guess I'll jump in with that. So I guess I'll segue into the Alice Coltrane I have up for sale. Where is it now? We have World Galaxy. So this is her album with strings, and this is a promo copy. It is a white label. Asking for 50 on this one. I guess you can't really see that too well, but a cool record. I think if you like string sort of orchestration in free jazz, I think this one's all for you. I do enjoy it. I just decided to focus on the other Impulse records. I got this. This is probably I got this like way when I first bought Journey and Satchidananda many years ago. had those two only for a while, and then I started getting the other ones, and so this one I've had for quite a while. I'll just say if anyone's interested, just chime in with a mine or a me.
Alan. There's a question about friends and family here. So all that means is when you go to pay, there's two options. One is friends and family. The second is for goods and services. If you use friends and family, we will not get an extra fee from PayPal. Right. So we'll get all of the proceeds. However, you will not get consumer, protection, if for whatever reason, there's a dispute or whatever. But I think hopefully everybody here can vouch that we're reputable here. So, and obviously, if you guys aren't happy or something, I'm certainly, I don't have any problems with you guys returning a record or something. So,
well, we have a taker on the on your Alex.
Sweet, thank you
for Matt.
Just send me an email. There's that's my email there on the ticker ALEJ.
Yep. Oh right, let me change that. But
yeah, okay. You got it.
Yeah, I was just gonna say if anyone, you obviously you could pay at the end if there's multiple things you grab, or right away if you wanted to. But so yeah, thanks, Matt, and good point by Michael, always with the deep knowledge. Yeah, Frank Lowe is on this, as well as Leroy Jenkins. It's a pretty big ensemble, obviously. Reggie Workman, Leroy Jenkins, Ben Riley. Other names of interest, let's see. Mainly it. But all arrangements by Alice. I don't know. This one you don't see a ton. Yes, so I'm asking 50 on that. Alan, yeah, sorry. How you doing, Alan? Yeah, you have a different color. I think usually you're a blue or a purple A, so I was a little thrown off perhaps. So all right, putting that one out there for 50. Feel free to chime in. Actually, you know what? I meant to show these first. I have extra copies of the Orange Fish Tears.
Nice.
This just came out. The Souffle Continue reissue, first time reissue. Asking for $28 for these. This is a brand new reissue, obviously. So these, if no one wants these, I'll definitely have these after the fact. But I just want to throw that out there too, since we're talking jazz.
You sent one my way already, yeah?
Well, tomorrow.
Okay. Well,
yeah, sorry about that. I got a little delayed in life, but it is coming out.
It's all good.
I know Alex is a fan. I've kept a couple of Walt Dickersons. I'm deciding to let these two go. Both on Steeplechase, right? Yeah. Of course, Sheriff did a great Steeplechase feature recently.
Yeah,
but
in fact,
say again.
No, I think I featured the one here when I hear John or whatever, and one of the John Coltrane Memorial videos that I did. That's a great one. The other one I don't have, but no, I don't know the other players, but I know it's a good one too.
Yeah, I kept Peace and I'm forgetting the other one. I have two. I'm getting rid of two, but so 40 on this one. This is near mint. We have, you can see it here. This is Steeplechase, I think 1980 on this one. And I hear you. I hear you, John. Yeah, Alex did a video on this in his Coltrane memorial project many years, a couple years ago now, right?
Yeah, it's one of the first ones I think I did.
Yep. It's a two-parter. This is 30. It would probably be more. There is a little tear here, which is obscuring this number 10 there. But both records are clean, near mint on the record. So this one is 30. The other one is 40. Dickerson, I just said. So both records are near mint. I downgraded this one to a VG because of this tear, even though otherwise it's totally fine. So.
And those are I think those only came on Europe, right?
Correct. Yeah, Danish pressings. Yep.
Yeah, so those are really, really hard to find in the US for sure.
Yeah, they're going for more right now on Discogs at least. I haven't checked eBay, but so if anyone wants them, 40 and 30, 50 on the Alice. We have an offer. Well, that'll take them. 70. All right, we'll consider that. We'll consider, Kevin. If no one else wants them, they're yours. I'll show this one. Another sort of little on the pricier side for this, but the Infinite Sound original pressing. I kind of wrestled with this one a bit because I'm such a fan of Roland Young. There are vocals on this that, for me, sort of throw it off a little bit, but I know Stunty's a fan of this one. I remember him talking about this, but this is 85 original press. It's a near mint. I actually have it as a VG++ record and a VG sleeve. I have some tearage there, but otherwise it's very nice. It's the original labels. There is a reissue of this a few years back. The year 75. It's the 1750 Arch label. It's a trio of Glenn Howell, string bass, voice, Aisha Khalili, vocals, and Roland Young, who plays all kinds of reeds. I think I'm hoping to find an original Isophonic Boogie Woogie, which is one of my favorite records ever. Really, I really enjoy. I have the reissue of that, so maybe in New York that'll turn up.
Yeah, we'll probably have to duel for that one.
Right. Yeah, not an easy one to come across. So 85 for this. I'll show one more, and then again, I know when we do these streams, we throw out stuff and people sort of mull it. So I'm happy to sort of go back over, everything after. I'll show one more. I was showing the Blind Lemon Jefferson record. Here's tie together with this one. This is another one I wrestled with, and one I got recently. If you've been watching my videos, I did show this. This is an original on Mbari, one of two records on this label, which is Julius Hempel's label. The lesser known record of the bigger one, obviously, is Doggone AD, which is incredible for sure. This is spoken word with sax and flute by Hempel. Actually, there's another vocalist on this as well, but this is from 1971, collected poem from Blind Lemon Jefferson. It's a nice record from Carolina Soul, VG++, VG+. I'm asking 150 on that. So K. Curtis Lyle is the spoken word artist. I don't remember if there's much else that Lyle has done. So maybe someone can tell me. But yeah, yes, Dave, from Greg Wooten's collection, correct?
No, it really doesn't have many other credits really on Discogs.
So
yeah,
I'll
that's
shift
one.
it back.
I'm not real familiar with that one.
I'm going to shift it. Let's see. All right, we'll keep moving along here. Anyone wants to chime in on stuff that's been mentioned already? Feel free to. I'll keep track. Alex.
All right, I got 3 more jazz. Another Jack DeJohnette here. Covers a little beat up, but clean disc. This is a good one on the Milestone label, which I know is becoming fairly collectible nowadays. So this one features Gary Peacock on bass, Japanese piano player Hideo Ichikawa. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he was quite prolific on some of the Japanese labels. And then, of course, Benny Maupin has some really nice playing, especially on the bass clarinet here. And, of course, DeJohnette. I think they're all these originals. Yeah, these are, so there's a Benny Maupin composition and 3 DeJohnette compositions. Yeah, really nice one. Kind of a, not one I see a whole lot. $20 on that one. And then one that I've had for quite a while. Obviously, pretty in-demand record. Cecil McBee, everybody knows Cecil. I think, yeah, he didn't do a whole lot of records as a leader, and there's one of the few exceptions. That opening track, 11 minutes long, is fantastic with McBee on solo bass, and then he's got a lot of the players that were on the Strata label. On this one, George Adams, Lawrence Killian, Alan Brofman, who I know you've been getting to lately, Dom.
Yep.
Great sax player. Jimmy Hops. So yeah, really nice lineup. I mean, probably one of the top 2 or 3 records for me on Strata. Pretty clean copy. The seams have a little bit of wear, but no splits. Just a little bit of I mean, if you know this label and the covers, they are usually pretty beat up. This one has a little bit of ring wear, but not bad.
I would have definitely been in on this one if not for for trying to sell right now, but it's a great one.
Disc is really nice and clean. So,
are there reissues of that one? Off the top of my head, I don't know.
I would think so, but I don't know.
I'll take a quick look.
Maybe on a like one of the UK labels, maybe, I'm not sure. And then lastly, really nice Euro jazz record here with Tony Scott, who I've been talking about a little bit lately. Tony Scott, the clarinet player, American. All right, Billy's in on Cecil.
Nice,
Thanks, Billy.
Hope to see you in October.
Yeah, for sure. In fact, Billy was the one that I got that brother to brother from.
Oh, right. Great.
Anyway, so this is a Czech trio, kind of an unusual lineup here with guitar, horn, and clarinet. Yeah, definitely one that you're not going to see, in the U.S. Clean copy. Yeah, again, if you're interested in Tony Scott, he's got some really nice, clarinet, and he plays some saxophones and some piano as well. And yeah, again, there's a couple of Czech players. Maybe Valentini knows some of these guys. Rudolf Dasek on guitar, and Jiri Stevin on flute and horns. Really nice one too. So that's it for the jazz. You got any more?
Yeah, I got a couple more jazz, then we can transition into. I got a little Krautrock coming up here. Let's see, and some experimental stuff. All right, so solo. I've certainly, grabbed a bunch of Don Cherry related records over the last 5 years. This is one that I don't think I've processed it properly. I don't know. I mean, it sort of has stood out to me as one to sort of. I have a pile of stuff that I need to like re-listen to or re-examine. I just decided to. You know what? I'm going to let this one go on the stream. Try to really bring out some stuff I love or want to love and an artist I love. So, yeah, this is the Italian second press, technically. Don Cherry with Gatto Barbieri from 1970, or I guess apparently recorded 65, way earlier than I thought, but it's a 74 press. It is an Italian original, so there's an earlier Italian press. So this is the second Italian. It's on the Durium or Cicala label. Yeah, I agree with that, Valentini. Hey, PG. $30 on this. I have it as a near mint VG plus. Yeah, Italian second from 74. Don Cherry Gatto Barbieri. Also with Carl Berger. See, I'm probably making a mistake. Carl Berger, JF Jenny Clark, great bassist. Aldo Romano, drums. Nice price on that. What did I say? 30, not 35. $30. Oh, Dave, you're not supposed to be buying records. It's yours, though. All right. Thanks, Dave. Here's a little Fusion, Spirit in the Sky on the PM label. This is a Chris Cole record for sure. Little wear on the cover. We got a little clippage. Open Sky, 1975. This one I really enjoyed some of it, and the rest of it maybe not quite for me, but yeah, 75 on the PM label. $15 on this one, near mint VG. This group is Robert Moses, David Liebman, and Frank Tusa trio. So 15 on that one. They do have a few other, I think, am I remembering that correctly? A few other records, maybe one other record. Any case, 15. Yeah, I'll echo that. I'm happy to ship to Canada. Alan, I've worked with Alan a whole bunch. He knows, and Mark, if you want, for sure. We could do Europe. Try to do as best we can on the price, of course. MEV, Music Electronica Viva. A couple of Kraut records. Here's another one I love, but I'm just gonna. I guess I like. If I loved it, would probably stay. But I'm gonna sell this. The Mythos. Early 70s, original pressing on ore. You know those labels. This is one of those that was sold to me as a VG, but it is nice. I mean, I am not seeing this as VG at all. Certainly VG plus, VG plus even. The sleeve is beautiful. is perfect. Nice laminated sleeve. This one certainly goes a little more into Prague territory, and I like, but I'm going to sell it 125 for this one. German original, German first, so don't have to buy a plane ticket unless you're asking for it to leave the U.S. But VG Plus near mint I have on this one, 125. Mythos. Look at that cover.
Yeah, that was kind of early on in my Krautrock days. I never found a copy, but yeah, that was one that I kind of lusted after early on.
It's cool. It's cool. If no one gets it, I'm going to keep it. I mean, everything I have here is going to be up for sale for the most part after the fact on Discogs, just so you know. But some I'll probably decide to keep because, like I said, these are all records I do enjoy. Another Kraut. Of course, this one we don't need much of an introduction on. This is from 1982. No, so the record's from the mid 70s. The soundtrack's from the mid 70s, but this is a German press, and according to Discogs, this is the first German press. That didn't seem right to me, but maybe it was an Italian original. Any case, this is from 1982. Popol Vuh, PUD. You know these labels, the Die Kosmischen, Courier. I have it. I have this record in the Popol Vuh box set, the first box set. So I decided, for a while, I don't need two copies. I think I'm going to let this one go. It's near mint for 50. 50 on the Popol Vuh. Alan, thank you. I got you down from Mythos.
Nice. Yeah, goodbye. I think that was one of those weird ones that it came out in Italy first on the PDU label, and then had subsequent Euro reissues.
Right. Certainly, yeah. I'm happy to still, I'll keep a reissue for now, and who knows in the future. Just felt like we can add this one today. So 50 on Popol Vuh, German press from 82, near mint. I'll show one more and throw back to you, Alex. So the only record I took out of the pile that I showed was the Sun Ra. Like, I knew when I pulled it, I'm like, I really gotta listen to this again. And I listened to it, and I was like, no, this is staying. But instead, I'm putting this one up. Paths to Unknown Worlds. This is the original press on Impulse, I guess. I a lot of the Impulse stuff is of course Saturn reissues or Impulse reissues with Saturn originals. This one is not. I was not aware of that. This is the original pressing on this the green and blue, the earthy sort of planty label design. Sun Ra. This one's not. I mean, a lot of the Impulse stuff has gone up, as you may know. This one, I mean, I have a very nice price of $35, but I think you can get it typically from 40 to 50. This is VG Plus. We do have a little hole punch. Otherwise, nice shape.
Yeah, and that was part of the run of 4 or 5 records, I guess, that Sun Ra did exclusively for Impulse back then in the 70s.
I mean, we have, the who's who: Gilmore, Marsh Allen, Danny Thompson, who else? Leroy Taylor, Ronnie Boykins is on here, Clifford Jarvis. Pretty big cast, of course. 3 tracks. Did I say the price? Yeah, 35. VG Plus. VG Plus. This is an excellent VG Plus record. So chime in if you're interested. I still got a good pile here. All right, Alex, I'm going to throw it back to you.
All right, we'll keep with Krautrock, German, whatever you want to call it. Really nice copy of Candelay, the release from, sessions from 68, 69. That was not reissued till, 81, I think?
That's right, yeah.
So it was, issued originally both in Italy and Germany in 1981. I think it was on the Spoon
I have some version of this. I don't think I have the earliest one. It's maybe just after this.
Yeah, so this is the Italian bass
Oh, right.
records original. Again, this is super clean. A little hard to see with the light there, but
Yep. What's up, Brandon?
and I don't know. I don't know. Is this one with has vocals from both, or is it just
Correct.
Mooney?
Yeah. It's definitely Mooney. Yeah. Damo might be on there too.
Yeah, I think it's just Mooney on this one. Again, because it's pretty early on, 68, 69. It's got like Thief is a great track. 19th Century Man. Little Star of Bethlehem. Some nice early Can tracks. Yeah, I assume I know it's probably been reissued a few times, but yeah, if you want a nice, clean original, not so easy to find anymore. And yeah, it's a really nice pressing on this bass table.
I'm tempted by that myself. I gotta go check my copy. I'm gonna go check it.
Yeah. So it's that one. Sleeve is actually pretty nice. I think I don't know. It probably is closer to VG Plus. I think it just has like a tiny fold that's hard to see on the spine, but pretty close to VG Plus there. And then the other one is this one, kind of a lesser known one, originally on Pills. This came out in 1972. Anima is the name of the group. It's a quartet. I think it's like a husband and wife duo. Limpa.
Yeah, this one I'm not familiar with.
Yeah, kind of an interesting one. And of course, part of why the term krautrock is kind of silly, right? Because it just kind of covers so much ground in a way, and this is one of those that really doesn't necessarily fit into that. I mean, it's in a way, I think if you like FMP and some of the sort of chamber avant-garde jazz of that era, free improv stuff, but also with a little bit of kind of rock sensibility, maybe of I don't know, it doesn't sound like Faust, but it's certainly coming from that period and from that spirit. So this is the 81 reissue, German reissue, really clean copy on Pills. The original is pretty pricey, like most stuff on Pills from the 70s.
Definitely.
So yeah, really nice copy here. Again, definitely on the free improv side. Yeah, great. Really love that sleeve too.
Yeah, I love that. Nice. Yeah, Christopher, we'll go through everything again at the end for sure. So no problem there.
Yeah, just two sidelong tracks here. You can see the instrumentation here. So some piano, percussion. I think that's a bass, and some kind of a weird.
Yeah, what's going on?
Concoction. It's all in German, so I'm not so sure. There's a Schlagzeug.
Sorry.
I don't know. Anyway, yeah, Christopher. We're willing to ship to Europe if you're interested. As I'm sure you know, and I know we've certainly sent stuff overseas. I mean, it usually runs. It starts at $20 and can go up to 30. Just kind of depends on how much you're going to send. I mean, if for a single record, it's probably about $22 to ship to Europe from the US. So anyway, 35 on that one. I think that's the only German one I have. Let me see if there's anything else in here. Yeah, I think that's it for now. If you want to transition.
All right. 1 second. Okay, I have a few experimental, and then I have some psych. Let's see. This is this one's cheap. Computer music, $12. Who do we have? So David Rosenboom appears on this, as well as William Mullen, Theodore Lucas, Lee Duckles. That's all part of the string quartet on the first side, and then we have a chamber players from University of Illinois with vocalist Helen Ham. This is I just recently got this on the Heliodor label. This is a U.S. pressing though. Computer music. We got, like I said, $12 on this guy. Nice cheap one for your, sort of electronic buyer. Michael's shipping in here. Did you ever hear this one, Alex? Are you familiar with this?
No, I'm pretty sure that might be one that Chris maybe has recommended before. Yeah, anytime I see anything with the University of Illinois, since that is my alma mater, I pick it up. So if it doesn't sell, I'll probably pick it off your hands.
Okay, we'll talk. But this is out there for $12. And I also have this one, another one that I'm happy to keep if no one wants it. But I will sell this for $60. This is Todd Dockstader. 2 fragments on the Owl label. Certainly a renowned composer, experimental composer, imprint, 1966. It's hard to get rid of this just for this. I just love the Owl labels. So this is super clean. These records didn't tend to get played that much, so you should be safe there. Great sleeve art. He was out of Minnesota, but this produced in New York City, 1966. Just 2 pieces, actually no, 3 pieces: the drone, water music, and 2 fragments from the Apocalypse.
That's on the Owl label.
This is on Owl, yeah. Out of Boulder. Didn't realize they were out of Boulder.
Yeah. Yep. Picked one of those up, I think, at the Epic Amoeba dig, but very, very tough to find out in the wild for sure. Right.
Clean copy. So this one's out there for $60. This one, I know you. This one crossed your paths at one point, Alex. This One String Blues, $35 on this one. This is a obscure, essentially street musician. On the Tacoma label. That was sort of anything on Tacoma I will certainly have a look at. And this is on these Tacoma labels. One pressing of this one. And he was effectively recorded on the street. And it's literally him doing One String Blues. Interesting one. I guess it's blue. There's some harmonica on this too, now that I'm looking at it closer. But $35 on this one. Near mint BG Plus. No real issues with the sleeve. A little ring wear.
Yeah, and I think was it originally like a private press or something, and then Tacoma put it out or something?
It's possible. Off the top of my head, I don't know. I can check that real quick. But yeah, it says recorded in 1960, and this pressing is certainly from the mid-'70s, so that may be right. I'll have to take a quick look, but an interesting one. If you like sort of outsider blues like an Abner J, you should check this one out or buy it for $35 right now.
Yeah, the side one is pretty good. I like it.
This is another. This one maybe just slightly outside my wheelhouse, but very interesting. This is a Japanese press or Japanese artist, Koichi Oki Recital. An Electone Adventure in Sound. So what do we have here? This is pretty wild. We have, this is the insert, no OB. trying to think of see who's on this, but this is one I forgot to look up some more info on, but I believe it's from the late 70s. But we do have
It says
Afro percussion from Akira Ishikawa, guitarist Shingori Kamiya, and the New Chamber Music Association strings. It's essentially a real synth-heavy sort of proggy Japanese nutty record. $40 on this one. VG Plus. There is somewhere. Usually with these Japanese records, they find them clean, but VG Plus on this. There is some marks and near mid sleeve. Show you the insert again. This is the label. Label is Yamaha Foundation for Music Ed. So I guess sort of a Yamaha record. All right. That's out there. This is sort of a bit of an odd one. This is the only kind of record I have in the batch here today from Brazil. This is a more recent pressing of the pretty legendary vocalist out of Brazil, Elza Soares, The Woman at the End of the World. This was sort of her. I think she did pass a few years ago. This is going back to, I think, maybe 2017. And, you can see it was certainly lauded at the time. Very much sort of her crossing into a little bit of, taking Tropicalia, Bossa Nova, bringing rock into it. It is a Brazilian album. It's not recorded here in the U.S. or anything like that. But her voice is just she's like a growling, fiery, real intense. I don't know. I've never seen anyone show this, but at the time it was definitely getting some hype. 2016.
Just a comp or reissue?
This is an album from the time, recorded in 2016.
Oh, okay.
$20. Yeah, $20 for this, and still in the shrink with the old hype. I think Zippy. We got good records. Maybe some regrets, but I'm willing to send them your way. I'm gonna throw it back to you, Alex, and get into the Psych after that.
All right. And yeah, if you guys in the chat are interested in anything in particular, more modern stuff or rock or whatever, just let us know.
Yeah.
So I guess with that, maybe I'll go to something.
Very nice.
So Tortoise, of course, 90s band out of Chicago. And this is a original pressing. This one came out in 2000, I think. It's been reissued a few times since. I think mostly in colored vinyl, though. This one's in black. Of course, on the legendary Thrill Jockey. Really clean copy with insert. And I think it's got custom labels, if I recall.
Yeah.
So I think this was their follow-up to Millions Now Living, I think, from 98, 99.
Let's see.
Yeah, really good one. Of course, Jeff Parker is kind of a minor celebrity nowadays with all his, jazz, records that he's putting out for.
That one follows TNT, by the way. So right after TNT, equally great.
Right. TNT, right. So yeah, nice clean copy, original one again. $30. Okay, Kraut. We already did the Kraut. We did the jazz already, so we can go back to those, Christopher, certainly.
Yep.
See if I get any more 90s. Kind of a cheap one, just sticking with the Chicago labels.
I still love this album.
Yeah, definitely an indie classic. This is what was it, like 2004, I think?
Yeah, I think you got it.
So I got this probably a couple of years after that, something like that, 2005, 6. Not a hard one to find, obviously, and as Don has mentioned, they keep their stuff in print. But yeah, really clean copy, and just I still have Yeast, or however you pronounce that one. That one,
yeah,
that one's my favorite of hers, and but yeah, this one certainly has some classic tracks. If anyone wants a clean copy of that. X, kind of a legendary Los Angeles band. I think this one really is not really punk, right? This is really more kind of straight ahead rock slash.
Second album? I think it's the second album.
I think so. 1981. Self-titled, or was it Los Angeles was
the first. Someone's ringing my doorbell.
Record. Again, not tough to find, but a little bit tougher to find clean. So if anyone needs a clean one on the Slash label. It is, again, really clean.
Yeah, my daughter really hammered the doorbell there. She's like locked out of the house somehow. Like, how are you even outside? That's what happens when Daddy does the streams.
Then we'll do another one.
Ooh, good one.
Yeah, I think you've talked about her before. I mean, I don't know. Is this acid folk, would you say? Or is that...
Yeah, I think that's her foray into it. It gets really out there, and very, if you're okay with her voice, her voice can be sort of, not for everyone. I happen to enjoy it, but that one, yeah, she really goes to some crazy territory.
Yeah, so yeah, definitely some experimental folk from 71-ish.
Something like that, yeah.
That again, clean copy. I think it's the original pressing. I'm not super versed on the Vanguard labels. I know they went through a lot of iterations.
That should be it.
Checked out pretty much. So
it's her only record that she goes into that territory. I don't think she does that again. So
yeah. So yeah, again, clean copy. If anybody's interested, check it out online. If you're not familiar, definitely folk, but with nice, experimental psychedelic bend. Yeah, you want to kick it back?
Yeah, I was just gonna look up that Buffy. Like, who is she collaborating with? I feel like it's someone notable. I think.
Produced by Maynard Solomon.
Okay, maybe not. I thought it was someone who's helping with the electronics in a.
Oh, electronic score by Michael Sikowski.
Right, Jakowski. Yeah, right. Okay.
Who I know the name, but I can't recall if I have anything else by him.
Yeah, I'm just taking a quick look. Pioneering composer. He had his own LP, which I don't recall seeing on Vanguard Cardinal series. Anyway. Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, he had an LP called People the Sky. Looks like an experimental electronic album from '69.
Yeah.
Just to
insert.
Okay. All right, so that transitions well into the little pile of Psych I got. Let me just change that ticker. Some good ones that I've enjoyed historically. I think some of you will be interested. This would be a good one for Mazzy if he was watching. A San Francisco band, Yankee Doodle. I'm sorry, Yankee Dollar. This is a mono on the dot label. I'm asking 75 on this. It's a VG++ VG sleeve. It does have a one little pressing dimple, but I didn't find any problems with that. And yeah, a band, one album, sort of good, jangly San Francisco Psych. I mean, it's pretty well regarded amongst the, Psych collectors. And there's not a ton of great records on the dot label, so this is a good one. Yankee Dollar on dot.
Sold.
Oh, we do. Oh, cool. Tori, I will make note of that. Thank you. Also, this is a big one. I've never totally loved this album. I've always appreciated it. It's pretty much a sunshine pop, but definitely psychedelic. It's got the Kurt Botcher, who's a renowned producer. And yeah, this is Millennium. Begin. They were very much a studio band of the time, 1968. These similar sort of sound to The Smoke and October Country, if you know those albums. This is on Columbia. Original pressing. I'm surprised at how much these have gone up in value, actually. This is a Canadian pressing, though. Just double checking. Yeah. Canadian pressing with the black 360 sound. Does have a hole punch here. VG++ on the vinyl, VG+ sleeve. I'm asking, 125 on this one. Yeah, very much a staple for Sunshine Psych collectors specifically. Great sleeve, wonderful sleeve. This, one of the earliest records I ever discovered collecting the genre. Just some, it's on the softer side if you like that sunshiny pop sound. Very well orchestrated, very well produced. Yeah, similar to Free Design, Michael. Definitely. It's Kurt Botcher. If you've heard of him, he's I think this is him here. It's very much like that studio group, creating a record with his oversight and probably never played live. One of those kinds of things. So Canadian press. 125. I'm going to keep moving. Okay, so this is one that for many years I was after, could never find it. I finally found it at a shop. Plant and See on the White Whale label. And it's I think this entire album could be, a breaks-worthy record. The drummer on this is just like in his own element. He's like doing his damnedest to bring this thing into like just the stratosphere with his rhythms, and it's one of these things. Like I think about that YouTube video with the wedding band with the drummer who's like going off. It's kind of reminds me of that. Like he's just completely taking hold here. So it's a fun one. It's on one of my favorite labels, White Whale, as far as just like sleeve design and everything. Or I'm sorry, label design. I just love the little White Whale. Yeah. I have this at it's a VG sleeve. It does have a tiny. It's one of these uni packs, by the way. So that we do have a little bit of that action going on there. And there's a small rip there. So I'm asking, I think 35 on this one. VG++ VG. All right, almost done here. Another great San Francisco band. This one is a VG record, VG plus sleeve. It would probably sell for double, if not. But this is 30 for the U.S. Kaleidoscope. They were one of the bands that really brought in Eastern sort of influences. Well, a lot of bands were doing it. they did it really well. This is their first album, Side Trips. It's a mono copy on Epic. So 30 on this one. This is a classic San Francisco band. One of my favorites. Yeah, like I said, the record does have some marketing. I mean, I've played this. There's a little bit of noise here and there, but it was fine. But it is a VG. There's some ugly scuff that didn't sound out to me. $30 on this one. You're interested in that one, Christopher? We can work out shipping to Sweden if you want to do it. Yeah, I guess this next one is the last one I got. This is a real cool sort of Hawkwind heavy guitar record. Lots of jamming, lots of sort of guitar freakouts. A little like a proto Acid Mother's Temple, maybe. Just called Id. Where Are We Going? This is a private press. I don't believe this has ever been reissued, but it comes from later in the game, 1976. Maybe it's been reissued. Don't quote me on that. I don't believe. Maybe a CD. Anyway, it's got custom labels. It's on the Aura label, 1976. It's mainly instrumental. There is a little bit of vocal, kind of here and there. You hear vocalists sort of do a few lines. $60. This is a near mint record, VG++ sleeve. It's no issues. So I think that's going to do it for me. If anyone wants to, we're going to go through everything now, I guess, right? Alex, you want to?
Yeah, we can go
that?
back to the jazz real quick. Well, let me show a couple more first. Okay. So this is Edward Caspel, who's the founder of the legendary Pink Dot group from the 80s. It's one of his first. I can't remember.
You, Alan.
It's from 1985, but yeah, basically it's like synth pop with an experimental tilt. But yeah, definitely like a song-based record with some experimental flourishes. Really cool cover. Is the original Belgian pressing, I think. Pretty clean copy. Does have a couple marks. I marked it as VG. Nothing too serious. That's the label there. It's hard to see. There we go.
There we go.
I think it's the Sabam records label. Yeah, tougher one to find. So we got Caspel with voice, keyboards, electronics, glockenspiel. There's keyboards and saxophones and marimba and kinds of different experiments going on here.
Nice. Yep.
Gamelan record. I know I posted this on Instagram. This is a spare copy. Kind of holding it for Stunty because I thought he might be interested, but he ended up passing on it. So here it is. I think it's from another 85 record. Yeah, really well recorded gamelan ensemble, which is somewhat unusual. I would say a lot of the times gamelan records are, either field recorded or might be played outdoors. And yeah, I guess, this is a nice example of, traditional Indonesian gamelan music with, thanks for that. So that one's going to Breakfast King.
Nice. Good one.
And what else we got here? I'll post a link to this one, and I think Dom, you had mentioned the phono label the other day.
Okay, right.
On a stream, so it's a Finnish label. This is from 2008. Yeah, field recording, ambient stuff, really nice. This is actually a spare copy that I have of this. Yeah, kind of hard to describe, but again, folk elements, ambient field recording stuff. Yeah, with that sort of that European folk thing going on. A lot of maybe like samples and things. This is something I had on CD for a long time back in the day. That's a nice insert. It's the name of the band. It's sort of like a collective. I think there's a lot of members. Pavo Harju, something like that.
There's a bunch of interesting records on that phono label, and a lot of CDs mainly, from what I remember. Finnish label. I think it's defunct. I don't know if they're still doing stuff, but
yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, when I used to collect CDs. Yeah, it's definitely a label I was interested in. So yeah, check it out. I think it's somebody might be interested in that. A nice cheap Brazilian record I ran into in Idaho, of all places. Shop was owned by this ex-jazz musician who I came to find out had played with like Sonny Simmons and all these guys from the San Francisco scene back then, and we got to talking about jazz and stuff. But yeah, really nice. He kind of recommended this to me on the Pablo label, so really well recorded. I think it's just one record, and on that Pablo label, Brazilian percussionist, but with an ensemble, different players. We got some trumpets, and I think there's some saxophone and trombone, and yeah, some more like fusion-y things, like kind of a nice Latin jazz record with that Brazilian percussion sound. I guess this guy went on to record a ton with a lot of bands in the U.S., but yeah, this is kind of his first record as a leader. It's beautiful here.
Nice. Oh, great one.
Yeah, kind of a tougher one to find clean. So if anybody's interested, let me know. And then just showing some of the stuff that we showed earlier here. A nice reissue of Tranquility. Getting a little bit tougher to find that reissue. Had a nice, kind of a tougher one to find from Jack DeJohnette with Lester Bowie.
Yeah, it's a cool one. Yeah. Duo.
What else? We had the Can.
Yeah, the version I have is let's see what it is. Yeah, I pulled it out. Let's see. Okay, yeah, so this is German, this label. In any case, you should buy it. Somebody should buy it. It's excellent. It's like basically not demo recordings, but it's like they used to do live jam. Like they would write their stuff in studio in the early days and just sort of improvise. And I think it's all that era. It's the earliest era, basically.
Yeah. Yep. So yeah, Dom's got the German. This is the Zebra's on like MCA. I think it's on a major label, but yeah, it's on MCA in 1986. And maybe it was also, I think, issued in Japan, but I think the U.S. pressing was not really distributed much. What else? We had that Anima record. Krautrock, sort of free improv thing on the Pills label, originally 72. This is the 71.
Oh, sorry. So Alex is selling the can. That was probably confusing. I'm not selling my copy, but Alex is selling this one here.
Okay, yeah. That one's 45 on that. Again, yeah, it's the same year as the one Dom showed. I think it was, again, just
right.
Two European pressings from the same year on that one. Yeah, sorry again. That Anima is 81 reissue on Pills. The other jazz one was Jack DeJohnette on Milestone. Betty Maupin, Gary Peacock. Not one you see a whole lot.
That seems like a must buy for somebody. That looks great.
Again, the Buffy St. Marie. Nice freak folk stuff. And what else? And then we had this European trio with Tony Scott, the great clarinet and reeds player. European pressing, really clean. Nice trio with guitar and reeds.
Nice.
I think that was it.
Is that everything?
I
feel like you had more. Wow.
Yeah, I had a couple other ones. I did have this one. I know Sherp showed this one a while back. Yeah, this is probably the most obscure thing I'll show here. This is a 1998 release. The band is called Iran. I don't know anything about them. I mean, I guess like Sonic Youth is sort of the only thing I could compare them to. Certainly,
what's the label? That's just like self-released.
No, it's called Vulgar Tango is the label.
I think not familiar.
A couple of things on it, but yeah, if you remember that video from Sure, he played it on there. So it's kind of late '90s noisy guitar rock.
Okay.
No label on there. Oh yeah, I forgot this one. I had this one on the floor. Sorry. So I have this box set from Gas, Wolfgang Voigt's project, going back to the late '90s. This is, I can't remember when this one came out, 2016-ish, something like that. Of course, on his compact label. I think it's a 3 LP set. It's a little bit hard to show here, but it's got like a whole booklet with photographs. Anyway, yeah, marked down. The title is Narco Pop. But yeah, if you know Gas, definitely. I don't know. It's sort of dub techno, but that doesn't really do it justice. I think this one has some kind of modern classical like samples and things, but yeah, definitely has that sort of Teutonic forest German ambient thing going on, and yeah, it's again selling it for cheap because it does have some splits that are really strange on it in the inside.
Is that that's a triple, right? Or is it? Yeah.
Yeah. And so for whatever reason, some weird split damage, but
those kind of sleeves are tough to keep in nice shape.
Yeah, so I don't know if it was kind of like an issue with some of them, but and then I think it comes with I don't know if it was a CD or a DVD. I've never played it, but anyway, if anyone's interested in that. So that was it.
Okay. Yeah, I'll run through everything I had. Are you gonna do plastic oddments with some of this stuff after the fact, or can people find them out there?
Yeah, probably not for now. Maybe I don't know if you want to put out. Maybe we can put out a list or something, or
Yeah, we could do that totally.
yeah, we'll just put out a list for a week or so and see if any takers. So
Yeah, I'll show you. I'll run through everything we got here, and yeah, I'm happy to do that. We can create a spreadsheet, maybe that's private, just for the VC or whoever's interested, and after that, I'll probably put a bunch on Discogs. I have stuff on Discogs already, so I'll just add to that. But in any case, so yeah, I'll run back through. There's a pretty good pile of stuff here. $30 for this original mono kaleidoscope. It looks like, Alex, you got Canon.
cool. Thank you.
Kaleidoscope side trips for $30. Nice price. It does have some wear and but plays pretty well. A little bit of noise, I will tell you, but plays pretty well. This is a great San Francisco Psych record. Plant and Sea on White Whale, one and only record. I think it was the drummer's name I was telling you about was Fulford. Is his last name, I remember. But in any case, this is a cool breaks-worthy Psych record. Canadian original of the Millennium Begin. 125 on this. VG++ on the record. VG+. Sleeve, pretty clean. Nice, Jeff. Let's see. Sure, our Elza Suarez, Brazilian avant sort of rock, a little bit of Tropicalia. Elza Suarez, Woman at the End of the World. It's from 2016. This is new music. That's 20. This Japanese sort of synth prog. I don't know what. It's pretty nuts. Koichi Oki Recital, Electone Adventure and Sound. 40 for this one. We got the One String Blues. Eddie Jones, Eddie One String Jones on Tacoma. 35. As it sounds, one string blues player. The Todd Dockstader. 60 for that on the Owl label. This is from 1966. Happy to file this one back if no one wants it. Near mint. $12 on this Computer Music, University of Illinois. This is two pieces. Lejar and Hiller, Robert Baker, Leonard Isaacson, Illinois Lilac Suite for string quartet, featuring. You can check it out. Computer Music. The year on this is, I think this is mid 60s on this one on the Heliodor label. Cool one. Sun Ra, Pathways to Unknown Worlds. This is an Impulse original. It's with the Astro Infinity Orchestra, if you're keeping track, 1975. This is a stereo quad original. This is how it came out on the green and blue Impulse labels. 35 on this. Nice copy. Let's see. Did this one sell? No. Popol Vuh. 50 on this. This is a German press from 82. I was surprised to see that there wasn't a German original according to Discogs. Maybe I need to recheck, but this is 50. Beautiful, clean copy on this one. It's on the PDU label. 50 on that.
You got somebody on the fence on the Oki. Which one is that one?
Oh, JG, yeah, Jeff. That was the Japanese Electone, that sort of proggy nutty one. This one's sold. Mythos, thank you, Alan. A couple more. Oh no, we got about 6, 7 more here. Bear with me. The Spirit in the Sky, Fusion, Open Sky from, what is it? 75 on the PM label. Nice one. If you like Oregon, I think you'd like this. Heather Hawes, thank you. So, yeah, you can send payment now, or if there's anything else you want, let me know. Plant and See. Thank you. Let's see. Okay, Don Cherry, Gatto, sold. This was a big one. Another one I'm happy to file away. The K. Curtis Lyle and Julius Hempel, original on the Imbari label. Spiritual, spoken word, and free jazz on this. Very cool, very interesting. It's all spoken word though, just so you know. Just so you know. Nice copy, clean. The Infinite Sound, 85 on this with Roland P. Young, or Roland Young as he's known here. Also heavy on the vocals, but Roland Young, really just an incredible reeds player. He plays everything from clarinet, bass clarinet, alto, soprano, percussion. Nice free record. And the Alice Coltrane with strings, 50 on this on Impulse. This is a white label promo. Does have someone decided to, this certainly wasn't me, decided to try to screw with the promo sticker, so it does have that on there. But 50 on this one. I have it as a VG sleeve because of that. I know people like to see them fancy white labels.
There it is.
VG Plus VG is the grade. There was I had an offer for this. I may accept that offer if no one wants them. The two Walt Dickerson's trio, or actually I guess it's the trio and the one with Jimmy Johnson here. I Hear You, John, and To My Son. These have gone up in value. These, when I got them, were much, to be honest, were cheaper, but the going rate right now is 40 and 30. On those. I forget who the offer was, but if you're still watching, feel free to make the offer. And then I did have, anyone wants a new copy of Bakita Carroll's Orange Fish Tears, just reissued on Souffle Continue. These are brand new reissues. I have extra copies. I have a copy myself, of course. I forgot about this.
Question
on some activity.
Maybe offer, but
I'll probably say no on that, but thanks, Chris. I'll hold for now, but I appreciate the offer.
Where are you willing?
No, yeah, we're willing to ship outside the U.S. As long as you're okay with paying the shipping, we'll try to do, be fair and everything. Of course, I'm not going to gouge on shipping. Peter Max on the cover. Thank you, Michael. Sure, I'll take it. Kevin, you got the waltz. All right. And yeah, I forgot to show this. This is great. I have a new reissue of this. This is, as you can see, Scream and Dance. It's their one and only recordings. They're on the recommended label. Recreational label out of the UK. This is like a disco funk or disco punk, post-punk out of the UK. I love this. I have a copy as well. Stunty, I know, found this in Den Bosch. I remember talking to him about this. This is a new reissue. This will be, what did I say on this? 25 on this. This is on the Lantern label, who's been doing some very much needed reissues. Yeah, so Kevin, yeah, sorry, I still have Alex's ticker up there. Thank you for noticing. So yeah, we're taking payments separately. That's my my PayPal. All right. So I guess if no one else has anything else to say, yeah, like we said, I'll talk with Alex. We'll try to compile a list, and I'll put it out there on YouTube, maybe in one of the post function or something like that. We'll figure out a way to do it.
Yeah. And, easy way to find us on Instagram as well.
Right.
I'm at Modric247 if you want to send me a message on there. If you want
I'll put it
on shipping outside the US, let me know. I can definitely do that for you. Canada is usually like $20. Europe might be just a little bit more than that. Just kind of depends on how many records we're talking here.
Yeah, feel free to contact us on Instagram. Yeah. International shipping. I guess Kevin wants Alice Coltrane. It's yours.
Nice. Yep, I know.
Okay.
Kevin has bought for me before too. So.
Oh, cool. All right. We how much shipping for the 2 records? Oh, I'll just make it $5 total if that's okay. It'll be more for shipping, but I'm trying to be fair and sort of split shipping differences with people. So since you're buying a few, $5. You feel free, anyone, to email me. We can discuss sending out packages. The email's there. I think that's we miss anything up here? I don't think so. Okay. We're right on what we thought we'd be, Alex, an hour and a half. So that's good. We're buttoned up. If not nothing else, we're buttoned up. Thanks, Alex. Thanks, everybody.
Yeah.
And
hosting.
Yeah, I'll keep the stream up too. Of course, people are free to chime in after the fact, and then we'll figure out a list. So, all right. Perfect. Cheers, everybody. Take care.
Bye, everyone.